Hello everybody, my name is Lescamilla and the topic for today is the Romance languages. But what exactly are they? They are a group of languages that belong to the Italic subfamily of the Indo-European language family. The Italic language are originally in what now is Italy. And why are they called Romance? Because they developed for the Latin, which means that this tongue was used by the Roman Empire. Of course, they were spread throughout Western and Eastern Europe. They adopt one language in common, Latin. However, they had two different ways to speak, the classical and the vulgar. The classical was used by the upper classes, and the vulgar, which was the common use everyday speech of the common day people. Vulgar Latin is the tongue that is praised among the local population of the Roman Empire. Vulgar just means that it's common or vernacular. Over the time, Vulgar Latin in the different areas of the empire evolved separately into different varieties of spoken Latin. After fall of the empire, they start to diverge even more until they evolve in different languages. Far from today, in those days they don't have podcasts, internet, television, no radio to keep people anchored to the standard Latin, so they start to talk form of Latin diverge easily because they were not different of it. How many languages exist? It's arduous to know how many languages existed because they form a dialect continuum. That means if you draw a line from Portugal to Italy or southern France to northern France, and each village on where the line will able to understand each other. But if you move further across the line, it becomes more complicated for them to communicate because their dialects become more diverged. So it was difficult to determine where one language starts and where the other ends. However, when modern states emerged and free education was introduced, certain local dialects were chosen to become standard national language, such as Castilian for Spain or Parisian French for France. This caused that numerous old dialects collapsed into a smaller number of nation language and regional languages. Which are the main Roman languages? The main Roman languages from today are Spanish, Portuguese, French, Italian, Romanian. Spanish has 580 million people, of which 482 are native speakers, according to a new report from the Spanish government Cervantes Institute. Portuguese has 270 million speakers, of which 220 million are native speakers of it, according to Bubble magazine. French has over 275 million people around the world speaking French, according to the US Census Bureau. 63 million people in the world speak Italian as their first language. In addition, 3 million speak Italian as a second language. And there are about 34 million people worldwide who can speak Romanian, of whom 30 million people still as a native language according with Romania Insider. But nowadays we can include another tongue that is mostly spoken in Catalonia region, Spain, Andorra, and southern France, and as you can hear is Catalan. Catalan is an independent language and not a Spanish dialect as you often assume. This is an important part of the Catalan self-understanding. Catalan is spoken in different dialects. In total, about 7.3 million people speak Catalan and 9.8 people understand the language according with Circuit de Barcelona. Therefore, where we can find people to speak a Roman language? There are a lot of countries that speak those languages. For example, there are 21 countries where you can practice the Spanish or Castilian tongue. Those are Mexico, Colombia, Spain, Venezuela, Peru, Guatemala, Costa Rica, Cuba, Dominican Republic, Honduras, Bolivia, Chile, El Salvador, Nicaragua, Paraguay, Panama, Equatorial Guinea, Uruguay, Puerto Rico, in some regions of Philippines, Belize, Brazil, Sahrawi Arab Democratic Republic. There are other countries where they speak Portuguese. They are known as Lusophones, such as Portugal, Brazil, Cape Verde, Guinea-Bissau, Mozambique, Angola, Sao Tome and Principe. It also has a co-official language status in East Timor, Equatorial Guinea, and Macau. Passing to the Francophones, we can find there are a lot of countries like France, Democratic Republic of Congo, Canada, Madagascar, Cameroon, Ivory Coast, Niger, Burkina Faso, Mali, Senegal, Chad, Guinea, Rwanda, Belgium, Burundi, Switzerland, Togo, Central African Republic, Congo, Gabon, Equatorial Guinea, Djibouti, Comoros, Luxembourg, Vanuatu, Seychelles, Monaco, French Polynesia, Saint Pierre and Miquelon, Benin, and Haiti. Now it's time to pass to the countries that speak Italian. There are Italy, Monaco, Vatican, San Marino, Switzerland, Croatia, Slovenia, Malta, and Albania. And finally, we finish with the Romanian countries. Officially, only Romania, Moldavia, and Serbia speak this magnificent language. Although only is official in 3 countries, there are more communities of Romanian speakers, and that countries are Kazakhstan, Hungary, Ukraine, Italy, Spain, Germany, and Israel. As you can hear, these marvelous languages are spread around the globe due to colonization that occurred a long time ago in some cases. What do you think about those languages now? Do you think that you could learn one of those? Do you want to hear about more of those languages? I want to tell you that you can send me messages through my social network that are on my website. I also want to tell you that I just uploaded my first episode in French for all people who want to learn French too. The link for that podcast will be on my social media. Stay tuned for the next episode. See you soon!